What will it take for people to realize that these are not isolated incidents? What the fuck do you mistake a taser for a gun? What will it take for these killer cops to be charged and accused of what they are really doing, which is murder? Because time and time again, they are let off the hook or, like Kim Potter, are put on leave for an accidental discharge. This has to stop. It didn't stop with Jacob Blake, whose back was facing the cops. It didn't stop with Nicholas Chavez, who was on his knees with his hands up. And it didn't stop with Breonna Taylor, who was in her own home and in her own bed. An accidental murder is still a murder. The truth is, Kim Potter was reckless. And she was reckless because black and brown bodies do not matter in this country. I'm tired of this, as I'm sure you're all tired of this. I'm tired of having to prove that we are worthy of something other than a jail cell or a bullet. Black lives? Black lives? Black lives? Black lives? And don't you fucking forget it.
I just want to reiterate what I said before, man. The minute a black male was born, man, it's a clock going on for us to survive. And they put so much against us, you know. And in the hood, if you last 25, the brothers make it past 25 in the hood, and that's not against the cops. That's just our own people, and that's what they put against us. That's what they taught us. But history. Like when we get in the car, when we get scared, when you get behind the car,
Anyway, you heard it. Obviously, that is careful. Here, protests in the middle of a fucking Whole Food. It's open, everything is open again, as if it ever was closed. And you know, everywhere. I mean, I ran into amazing people. I think the best treatment, let's start there, I got the best treatment from a friend who I know for so long, who has a truck, and he wants a space, a project, and a truck and a project. And then I asked him to do something with me in form of myself providing a little help, again in combination with a truck. And he said, yeah, good, let's do this. So I go home and I will send him a mail. And then I met another guy who also had a little space, and he got too annoying. And then he backed up. I have his number, and I will also write him. Then another amazing, nice, incredibly nice treatment from a person that is here considered a minority from East Hampton, and who is doing an Adidas commercial tomorrow. And they talked, I mean, he was from Cooper Union, and there is, needless to say, there's a team, there's a shoot tomorrow. So I met, obviously, one of the best, nicest, always nice critic. He will be in the shoot, 2:00. And the nice person is Freeman. So that was an amazing conversation. Not too long, not too short. couple of other conversations I had. I'm biking up. You know, obviously I met, obviously good conversation is always Martha Schwindler. I saw her at Postmasters, and there are two working. Oh, so sorry. And yeah, I mean, Thomas always, Tomasz, Polish, migrant, as long as I'm here, as long as me. She's similarly, no. She doesn't want to deal with art, she shows a new artist. She want to deal with new artists, now she shows a new artist. Almost each time, and then they have two spaces. Now yesterday, as I said, I saw the new space. I mean, basically it's over and Gavin Brown is opening up again near my house, which is great, you know. And plus whatever that means, because that could mean a lot in terms of gallery politics, because officially works now with Gladstone, but maybe she retires and then it's maybe Gavin Brown Gladstone or both, up down downtown, or rather that one, that combination, because it continues. Now anyhow I continue in going uptown. Then let's talk the most characteristically most amazing, awful, particularly insane, but I like him. It's Dr. Kubi, just short, call him Kubi, black. And he is the only person with a, you know, a black hat and everything. Really big now, the big star. He has now a permanent space, and I say congratulations and so on and so forth. And the short answer is just go to hell. But when we danced, when he's really drunk, all over the place with me, everywhere, all over the place. So over the place, he was so over the place with me that it got a bit too much. It got too much for me. But even then, he has this incredible history with me, which means a tattoo. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Forget about history, because now brings us back to quite some years when he appeared on the scene, when he wanted to even have a tattoo of me, when I paid him the tattoo, and then he kind of did it, he showed it to me, he said it is on his butt, and anyway, he's in the book Manhattan Marxism. So a lot of people are in the book Manhattan Marxism, yet doesn't matter. And then anyway, so familiar with a lot of people, in fact even the people who, so the next nicest, that's exactly what I mean, the super nice, okay, anyway, I go in rounds, but the clear information I have is just go home and keep working, because the saddest moment is Sven. That was a funeral, everybody was there, all his friends were there, I feel terribly sorry. That was also gallery, he did incredibly well, all out of Lucien, and he did incredibly well. Lucien is kind of very particular place on the Lower East Side, familiar, very familiar, and a lot of things happen out of Lucien. And for a moment I was quite a bit over there, and I am really familiar about many things over there. And then he was kind of like, nope, you're not coming here. Because I asked the wrong guy. Because after all, I didn't wanna, I made obviously a mistake. I made a mistake. I should have just stayed anyhow. But because I could have asked maybe Lucien, him, the guy, I could have asked him after, I think. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't need to be on funerals that are not really funerals, but I talked to Sven at the very end, and then obviously what kind of was the nicest conversation with a pregnant woman who goes home. We talked a little bit. We're now in Central Park, 11 to make it 15. Going uptown, pretty chilly. It's okay, fresh air. I keep painting. I did the rounds and I went to pay. I literally just went to pay contribution to Sven, who had, they just talk about some really like what happens when you kind of jump. In fact, it's called suicide. It's really terrible. Okay, so I'm terribly sorry that I record this, and yeah, I mean, needless to say, I ran to two other galleries that at one point, maybe whatever, I mean, forget about it. And I go home, I get questions, why not this, why not that? And the answers, the go to hell answer, which is also fine. And needless to say, the numbers, I mean, there's suddenly come teams, Austrian, Bitcoin millionaires like Rosa, Christian Rosa comes up, and whatever his situation is, but a lot of money, you have no idea. And obviously people here are not partying, everything is back to normal. Other amazing conversation. A person who works for, I would say one of the best fashion designers in recent years, New York, Wang, is, basically internal gossip. I don't want to say, but it's always, I would say, tons of miles away, but nonetheless nearby, the proximity. So let's say here, at least on this parkour here, and the little hope is tonight, I would say rather sinister, because Sven's funeral. What do you want? It's somebody who got all the success, made it up fast, super fast, everything, houses, condos, banquet, etc., very fast. Too fast. So go back to where it all starts, the afternoon, Salon 94. I'm gonna definitely post that. Incredibly gentle place, incredibly beautiful. incredibly also stratospherically distant. And people say, what do they say? They say it's insane. It's insane to have a website. Now the next thing is people working there and people, I mean, that was near up down, and now the artists also don't photograph me. Sorry for that. I talked to a little bit an older gentleman, husband, super nice. Yeah, showing at another amazing space, which obviously anyway frees whatever new spaces I was told and whatever that is, but people know me. But the answer is always before I even give the question. Or the question is always 3 minutes ahead of the answer. It's always, let's just call it negative. And interesting. But to a certain degree, the best answer, I talked to him. Jeffrey actually said, wow, that's the best. That's the best art, to be so kind of relatively unknown, unknown, depending on how you look at things. And not sell. Because that's the problem. There is history that exists. And for whatever reason, I'm over 70 minutes. I'm gonna go up here, fresh air. I haven't heard the news today. That means in what world do I live? I heard the protests, Black Lives Matter. So I started to go up the hill. And I don't want to repeat myself. I just simply say good night and thank everybody. I wonder why anybody wants to listen to my I don't know what I should call it, my reports. But anyhow, so I want to say something in terms of location money, because as Los Angeles came up. Obviously we are in New York City. What else came up in terms of, oh yeah, Europe came up. Mr. Rosa gets it, obviously, so meaning Mr. Rosa hangs with certain people, meaning yeah, basically auction and stuff. Adidas auctions 40-50 constantly. Why not? Send it so fast. Cooper Union, and it was nice to me. That I think is going up next on Instagram. At least I could put myself with him. He was fine still to be photographed, and he's amazing. So I would say he was the nicest one to talk. The assistant of, let's spell it out, who helped me, who helped Win, who helped many people, namely, Rudi Stingel. Yeah, amazing. 3 weeks from now, a new life, American. But she will speak then quickly Italian, and I think the integration of her will be slightly easier than what I had. The daddy we know is a filmmaker and an artist, and I'm sure it's gonna be a fabulous life. I cannot say that in spite of here other fab people on the right who I happen to know run this place, namely again Max Holland, not Hans Holland, Max, but interesting enough, yeah, well, there was always something not right with me, and always incredibly, in particular, incredibly missing. Look at this airplane. And now tonight, will somebody stop me one more time and from the right side talk to me, wave me down, say hello from behind, anything, say they're collectors and this and that and this and that. I mean, I'm not so sure. Not tonight. Seems so tricky. A chance is a chance, it's gone. There are new ones. And well, so I just go home and take it easy. Continue painting, finishing this painting, got fresh air, and there's a new generation coming, and they're wonderful, they're fabulous, and they're just stunningly amazing. Basically my academy family. And well, that is what I have. I think that is a lot. Thank you so much. If anybody of my friends remembers me, and well, maybe I should make a reservation to go into the Guggenheim or not. Maybe summer is not yet over. I think it's here. It's kind of here. It's 11 degrees today. I'm definitely warmer than yesterday, before yesterday. I already had a hangover. They complained because of course I have a hangover. Now if I show up at that place, let's say at 11 o'clock, you can be sure that, you know, at that dinner, yeah, there might have been exactly certain people, more people than I know, but he was very clear who was there and who was not. Hence, he has his legacy show. Now, let's see. Yeah, I'm at least on Sven's legacy photograph with my little bicycle, in my outfit. And he did not use a flash. Anyhow, I was just arriving the moment to send the photo to Bolzano. Maybe somebody recognizes me there. And Museum. So anyhow, but images are only images. And this is only that. But life is more complicated than that. I would say it is much more valuable than art. I'd say life is more valuable than art. It is a really good idea to stay on track, to stay alive, and to basically I don't know, keep doing what I have been doing for all these many years, and then maybe even some of the listed from everywhere on my fault, and some people blame me. I could blame myself. I kind of do it and don't do it. I don't think I do it. In fact, I learned not to do it because, well, some immigrants are just better adapted to other immigrants. Some old Rusmen better than others. Anyhow, who knows? Who really knows? Who really knows? Who really knows? But maybe one day. Who knows? I rather doubt it. In my case, and then I'm the father here. I am so sorry for the child who is now, the woman who is now widow of Sven Sachsenhalber. I feel really sorry for him and for the wife in particular. And hopefully I did not too much just talk about me, because that's the accusation, obviously, with every artist. It's the me problem. And by the way, Marsha Svenna, who I hang out a bit, she got a half page out, but freeze, and anyhow, new gallery, and she said find another 23-year-old. Funny, no? And needless to say, yeah, anyhow. But you know who I really liked a lot today? Jason I met. Jason and Moira. Really good old friends. Police stands there. It's really nice. More bikers here. I don't even have a light on. Now familiar with this place here. I just turn it off. There really is enough. Again, rest in peace, Sven Sachsenhalber. I think about you. I dream about you. I think you should be with us. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.